All right, I'm gonna try something here. Got a little rig set up so that you can kind of follow the process. I think when I stand up and I'm working, you're not gonna be able to see me, so sorry about that, but I figured it would be fun to see exactly what's going on here. What I do on a typical Saturday, catching up, you probably saw the last video. If you didn't, go check it out. We were dealing with these, I was calling them fluted, but flutes are recessed half rounds. These are beads, so it's like a beaded freeze block that goes and repeats every, I don't know, 10 to 12 inches on the top of the house. And they came off pretty good, but as you can see, there's kind of some crusty, built-up paint. You know, I think 200 years ago they weren't caulking anything, so you get that. It's not primed on the back, but it's the heart pine, so it's in good shape, and it came off really very clean. A number of these nails stuck with it, so I've been using these, I don't know, are they lineman snips, or they're a flush trim snip, and I just kind of bite on with it. Let's see if I can get one to work here, and use the shape of the tool itself to just roll this nail through instead of trying to draw it back through, which would undoubtedly chip it out. It's easier to take that cut nail head and drag it through the wood, and then I can get rid of this. And then I'm ready for step two. I want to get the bulk of this paint off, otherwise when we nail it on, it'll have lots of a big gap for water or whatever to drive through, and I'm not sure how well this is going to get caulked in the end. Again, hopefully you can see this, but I'm just using a scraper, drag, and push the bulk of that chunky stuff off. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm trying not to damage the wood, so I'm going real light here. One last chunk. There it is. So that's what you get when you're done. You can kind of see some of the wood through, and there's still some paint there. Do the other side. About done. And now the last step. Let me see if I can get you in camera here. You can see that I got some sandpaper just mounted down to the table, keeping the sandpaper relatively flat. And I tried this a couple of different ways. The easiest way for me to do this is just to do an edge, and I can see where it's still cut and paint and where it's starting to get the wood when it turns brown here. Brush it off, and that's what I'm left with. Tiny bit of paint, no big deal. It's nice and flat. Do the other side. Beautiful. And I like to just, so that I know I'm keeping it flat. Sorry for the rocking table here. Give a couple of pulls on the back surface just to even it out a bit. I am going to be painting all of these surfaces just because I'm never going to want to be up there. I'm going to be priming all of these surfaces so that it is not going to wick in any water. And the last thing, because these get kind of chipped out, hopefully we can see this, but there's a lot of that happen. I just hit the edge a couple of times back and forth until it's cutting the whole way down, and then I turn it on an angle and roll that edge. And that's just going to smooth out any of those chips, such that when it's mounted flat, we're going to be able to get a bead of caulk in there, and there's actually some material that'll stick. So just a kind of chamfered edge, and then I get a nice straight line. That's the straight line that you're really going to see from 25 feet below, looking up at this thing. It's on the top of the freeze there. So again, I'm not really trying to get down to wood or anything, not trying to completely refinish this. I love the patina, it's a little bit crackled. Haven't decided how I'm gonna tackle that. My gut is telling me to do nothing. So give it a coat of primer and give it another coat of paint. It's mostly sealed. It was up there like this for 200 years. It's probably gonna be just fine for an awful long time. So I kind of like the finish, the look of it, that crackle look. They're all like this. So I've got about 5 of these done. About 30 more to do, just like them. And then I've got to reproduce a few as well, because some of these boards disappeared. But I hope I'm in frame right now and you enjoy videos like this. A couple of things, if you got a question specifically, let me know in the comments. That actually helps the channel a lot, helps me grow, and shows YouTube that we have some people watching and caring and engaged with the channel. And hopefully that'll encourage YouTube to share this to more people. The more people I get, when I get over 1,000 subscribers, we can start monetizing, and maybe some of these videos will pay for some upgrades or some finishing projects like our breezeway and garage and fixing our driveway after all the construction and stuff like that. So any other ideas for content like this, let me know. This is a passion of mine. I'm a teacher. I enjoy kind of going through processes like this and brainstorming processes like this. There's no book where you can look up how to restore beaded freeze details. You just got to figure it out, come up with a process that works with you and what you've got going on. So yeah, any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section, and until next time, take care.